Hi everyone, and welcome to the Rapid Growth Weekly Vibes from the 6th to the 12th of July. Now, beginning this week, there could be a bit of a feeling of rushed emotions coming in. Here's why I'm sitting here at the water, to help you, to bring you some calming, soothing energy in. Because you're going to feel nervous energy a little bit everywhere. And also, how people react to this will either make or break their experiences. Because let's face it, as most people will fall victim to the angrier side of this vibe. Now, let me explain. Because anger can also have actually a positive and a negative outcome. Meaning, some of us will actually feel that rush of the negative emotional stress, and we'll feel the need to let it out. And we sometimes subconsciously try to create an argument, try to create a problem where there perhaps is no problem, just to create that outlet for the anger. And this is normally subconscious, and that's why arguments are more possible when we are in a state of nervousness, when we're feeling a little bit vulnerable, when we're feeling a little bit agitated. So, and another tangent to this, but another way that this can go as well, is if you, for example, what I would call have positive trauma. So meaning we do still have anger, but we have a positive way of allowing this anger to come out. And that can come forward perhaps in the form of, say, comedy, laughing, telling too many jokes, being overly active, being the chatterbox. Like, there's a lot of nervousness that's there behind that, but there's a positive outlet for it. So that's a little bit more tolerable than the angrier side of it, because there's less conflict involved. Well, at least less conflict involved for the people or the person giving it rather than the people on the receiving end, because we all know what it's sometimes like to be stuck with someone who's overly nervous, but they're not really giving you a reason to be upset with them, but you just feel upset because you can feel the nervousness behind that. So that is something to also be mindful of during this week. And it's going to be up and down. You're going to have days where you're going to feel good and you think, oh wow, it's over, but it's actually not. You're going to dip in and out of it. Now, this week also continues with some stressful vibes and conflict and energy. So, like I said, in and out. So, acting before thinking is also possible. And like I said, be mindful of the short-tempered conversations, because at the same time, you could also be feeling vulnerable. And with that sense of vulnerability, always comes also a feeling of needing to protect yourself, feeling overly defensive, maybe feeling that you always have to be on guard with everything that you do or say, because you could expect a backlash, you could expect judgment to come in. But in most cases, you expect something to happen that's not really actually going to happen. But you feel that way because of the vulnerability. So be mindful that you're going to feel a little bit less stable, less, what's the word I'm looking for? You're going to feel less emotionally supported, even though the support might actually also be there. Just be prepared that this is something that could be coming in this week as well. Also keep in mind that we're still going through a Mercury retrograde. Yes, we're still going through it. It's here with us until the 12th of July, and then we can shake it off. So miscommunications are still going to be happening this week. You're still going to have, travel dilemmas, arrangements. Not clear communication is going to be a problem as well. So again, be mindful of what you say, what you do, what you decide, especially. Even if you have to go somewhere, make sure you have the right directions, double, triple check. Even Google can make a mistake, as we know. It's not gonna be as smooth sailing as for the guy there behind us. So it's gonna be still a bit of a turbulent week, only in the sense of the influence of Mercury retrograde, and then also the collective stress that we will be feeling still a little bit, still from the few months coming in, and we're still shaking that off, which still, in this case, is going to make us a little bit more emotionally vulnerable to these vibes coming in this week, hence why overreactions could take place. So for example, if we didn't have the stress, for example, from the past few months, we would act completely differently, probably a little bit stronger for the vibes this week. But just because of the predisposition stress that's already been layered in, there's going to be a slight sense of vulnerability, oversensitivity. But again, accidents are possible because we're feeling a little bit ungrounded. Accidents are normally most prone to take place as well because we feel vulnerable. And we feel vulnerable because of something that happened. Now, that could be an argument, it could be something that you feel that you have a fear of happening. That's normally when accidents really start to take place. And this week is unfortunately a week where we're all going to feel a little bit more prone to that. Now, also because of these intense vibes, you might actually find yourself thinking a lot back to history, back to the past, reminiscing about the better times or good times, or escaping like in your imagination to times where you felt more calmer, where you felt happier, where you felt more in control. So if that's you, be okay with that. Allow yourself to go back to that place, because if anything, it's actually a positive thing. It's a good thing because it gives you and reconnects you back to that reference point of what it feels like to feel safe, to feel in control. And what it does is it reminds the subconscious mind that yes, that memory to feel that is there, and that you can tap back into that when you need to. So this is actually a very healthy exercise. And if you find yourself in that dreamlike state, enjoy it. Really dive into it and allow every single cell in your body to remember what that feels like. And as you can see there, my husband, he loves to swim in ice cold water, and that helps to take him back to greater moments and times when they stress. It's a great way to unwind. So this is a really good time to also help you to think back to what it is that makes you happy, and to really reconnect to that, really tap back into that. And also, as we get closer to the end of the week, good news, because we're going to have an easing off of stress. So you're going to start to feel a little bit happier again. You're going to feel more at ease. You're going to feel more calmer, and you're going to feel like that sense of like, most of the stress is over. I can breathe now. This is great. So you're going to feel a relief also from this little bit of a roller coaster that is happening. So guys, hang in there. Be strong. Be great. Remember that you're awesome. Remember that you have all these powerful memories in your subconscious mind and also stored in your emotional body to really take you back to a state of mind that is calm, peaceful, and powerful. And if you can hold that thought for long enough, so 1 or 2 minutes, then your body biochemically reacts as if though it's happening. So it's always a good thing. Enjoy the nostalgia if you feel that, even though it comes maybe with a little bit of sadness because we're grieving, those times where we did feel these positive feelings. But shift your focus away from that and focus on the positive aspects that comes forward from these dreamlike, nostalgic memories, because they are coming forward for a reason, and that is to show you and to remind you that you can feel these positive feelings. They are there. You just need to remember that. All right, guys, so stay tuned for some more cool, awesome updates. And until next time, or actually next week, keep being the light that you are.
Hi guys, thank you for joining me, and remember to grab your copy of Metaphysical Anatomy on Amazon, 679 medical ailments. And I also wrote about the psychosomatic root causes of that, and I'm spoiling you because I even added key points for you to start looking at important questions that you can ask yourself to start improving your quality of life. And also remember to catch me on Instagram, Evette Rose, 1 with the digit 1, and Metaphysical Anatomy on our Facebook fan page. Bye guys!